Hey everybody, it is Prince's Friend, and I am back with the third review for the Ladies of Prince week. I'm pretty excited about today's because it is for Wendy and Lisa's 1989 release called Fruit at the Bottom. Now we all know Wendy and Lisa from The Revolution, where they were alternately known as Lisa and Wendy by Prince. I assume that since Wendy actually tackles the majority of the vocals in their new group here, they decided to change the order of the names, because they were always Lisa and Wendy, and then they switched it to Wendy and Lisa. I don't know, it's a weird thing. So now this was their second release as Wendy and Lisa, and it did okay commercially. It peaked at number 71 on the US R&B album charts and number 45 on the UK album charts. So those aren't bad numbers. Those aren't necessarily, jump for joy great numbers, but those are pretty darn good numbers. Wendy does do most of the singing, while Lisa does mostly background, but she's doing a lot of the organs, and she's doing a lot of like the heavy lifting musically, as you'll see when we're listening to the tracks. And yes, I realize I'm skipping their first album, but this was the first one that I actually got my hands on and like really dug into it and really enjoyed. I'm sure their first one was good too, although I might have to do a review of it later. I don't actually know that for a fact. But why don't we get into the tracks here on Fruit at the Bottom, and I think that you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Talking about my baby, he makes everything alright. Singing lolly lolly, le lolly, singing lolly lolly.
Lolly Lolly is actually a really cute song. It's about how her man sings her to bed every night like it's a lullaby. Just popping on that first track, you can tell how much they were influenced by their time in the Revolution and by Prince, or how much Prince was influenced by them, or vice versa. It was both. Regardless, Lolly Lolly is a mix of Prince-like beats with Lisa and Wendy flair that's all their own, and it's pretty darn good and highly danceable. Lolly Lolly actually got number 64 on the UK charts, so also not bad. There's also a random dance mix out there that you can get your hands on, and that one was actually remixed by Prince. I think it's the better version because it's rearranged slightly and like certain things about the song are accented, but the original is still really, really good. So I listened to Are You My Baby and really liked it. I listened to it a lot. When coming back to it, I was trying to recall, like, what does this remind me of? And it struck me, it kind of reminds me a little bit of Is You Is or Is You Aint My Baby. It's faintly reminiscent, but it's probably only in my head. Musically, again, it has very Revolution-esque beats. Wendy is in her falsetto in certain spots, and you can tell that she kind of loses her strength. But when she's in the pocket, like during the chorus, it's definitely her sweet spot. Really funky song, and it hit number 70 on the UK charts.
Didn't your mama tell ya? Didn't your papa tell ya? To get a little satisfaction. Well, didn't your mama tell ya? Didn't your papa tell ya? To get a little satisfaction. Every time you come around.
So Satisfaction was co-written by Jesse Johnson, which is pretty cool. A little guest spot here. The beat and musical arrangement here are actually pretty similar to Are You My Baby, but it does have some pretty cool breakdowns in the middle. There's a weird spot at the end where it sounds like either Lisa or Wendy are attempting to do some gospel singing, but it really doesn't work, in my opinion. I think otherwise, this is a quite satisfying song. Satisfaction also was released as a single and became a top 30 hit in the UK. It hit number 27.
When my day is done, the moon bids well the sun, starlights fill my eyes like hearts on Valentine's. Lovers, you and I, forever in my
So Always in My Dreams is a pretty good breakup song, but it feels like Wendy is straining to get to notes that she just can't hit. It seems like bringing it down an octave probably would have been awesome and made this song really pop a lot more. As it stands, it's an okay ballad on an album full of really great funky pop songs.
Every day, every day, Mama gonna put you every day. No, I wanna get you every day. I want you more every day. I call you.
So Every Day feels like it could have been straight off Parade. This one's a good follow-up to Always in My Dreams too, because the guy was gone and now in this song she's yearning for his touch. Lisa's organ's kind of the star of the show on this song, as the guitar and drums are really kind of simplistic. She even gets a little organ solo in the middle, which actually adds to the song quite a bit, so good track.
You came along to show me, and now it's my love you own. Your heart is my home. You fill me completely.
From now on, We're One starts off a little bit more rock-oriented, which I think is good. You know me, I always like a rock edge to a song. They've had a lot of funk and pop songs on this album so far, so this one was firmly like 80s rock. Calling a song 80s rock, though, is not really an insult, so I just want to make that clear. They did a good job, and it cements itself in the sound that was pretty popular at the time. There's even a darn good guitar solo at the end, and it makes me wonder why there weren't more of those on this album. As you might have guessed, the content of the song is about sticking together with the one you love no matter what life throws at you. So it's a good song, though.
Tears of joy, smiles of sorrow. Where do such strange feelings come from? Can't be sure of tomorrow, but I know the day will come. Tears of joy.
So Tears of
smiles
Joy is a song about longing for that person to be with you, and you just know that they're like around the corner, and when you find them, you'll be crying tears of joy. It's a sweet song, though I don't know if it's entirely successful. I think Wendy and Lisa don't work for ballads. At least that's my opinion of the two that I've heard so far on this album. It's a little too simple, and Wendy's voice just isn't suited for it. It's not like it's terrible or anything, but it's just not my thing, I don't think.
Someday I will be somebody. Someday I will see the world from way up high. Someday I don't know how long I have to wait. No one's counting anyway.
So Someday I starts off with some interesting keyboards. It's about waiting for your turn to be a star, and I really kind of dig this one. It's mid-tempo. I think it makes really good use of Wendy as lead and Lisa as backing. The beats simple but interesting, and mixed with the keyboards, I'd probably say this is one of my favorite tracks on the album, so really, really good track.
Oh, what a day, that wonderful day. I know that God, He heard me pray. Oh, on that day, He heard me say, I'll spread my wings and fly away.
So this song starts off, and you might think this song sounds kind of churchy, and then it becomes a song about one day that God listened to your prayers and it came true. So yeah, it is. It's pretty churchy. It's pretty religious. It's pretty awesome too, thematically, because I've seen a lot of performers kind of take a gospel-y sound and throw other topics on top of it. But this one really seems to fit thematically, and the music is pretty chill. I do like how the song is simple during the verses and then kind of comes crashing in on the choruses. I think it's a very well constructed song.
A fruit at the bottom, a fruit at the bottom, a fruit at the bottom. My lover's got 'em. A fruit at the bottom, a fruit at the bottom, a fruit at the bottom. My lover's got 'em. I look around, but I ain't going nowhere. I'm a
here we come back to the funk, and it's awesome. This is a great ending track. The song rocks hard. It's funky like the whole way through. It's basically Wendy singing about how everything can go wrong in her life, but it doesn't matter as long as she has her man. The chanting chorus really gets you in the mood to dance and sing along. This is such a good finale song. It's a big song that ends on a big note and really makes you want more. So in conclusion, So, I didn't really know what to expect when I entered into this album. I hadn't listened to their first album, and really, after Prince fired the revolution, I had no reason to really follow any of their careers all that much. But I was like, let me give this a shot. I'm going to listen to Lisa and Wendy, and I hope that I like them. And I'm really glad that I did, because this album, Fruit at the Bottom, is very, very good. Yes, I do know that they are actually a couple. So all of the songs where Wendy is singing about her man, yes, they're probably about Lisa instead. Or Lisa wrote it and Wendy's singing it, but it was actually about Wendy, which also is kind of weird if Wendy is singing a song about herself. I don't know. But yeah, I always found that kind of interesting. They always seem to be inseparable, and now we know why. But yeah, I would give this album probably 4 out of 5 stars. It's really, really good. But what did you think of Fruit at the Bottom? Let me know down in the comments, and let me know what your favorite song was. While you're at it, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and support the channel at our Patreon at patreon.com/princessfriend. May you live to see the dawn.